So there was a whole cynicism about the war. And hey, I'm just getting out of here in 365 days, and that's it. That's my tour. Well, that's not the way to fight a war.
BBC Sounds.
You're very candid about the aspect of war that's invigorating, and you write at one point, soldiers might say it was hell, but I saw it as divine. The closer man would ever come to the Holy Spirit was to witness and survive this great destructive energy.
I think many people who are in combat will tell you late in their life that they will always remember those moments, moments that stay with you forever. This night I'm describing, that night, was my experience of an all-night human wave attack, which is very rare. You don't see those very much in Vietnam because the enemy is not interested in human wave attacks. There's too many casualties. But for some reason, because they were on the trail down from Cambodia into Saigon and they were planning for the Tet Offensive at the end of January, and this was a night of January 1, 68, they came at us full out from the moment dark fell till dawn. It didn't end. And the battle was amazing. The power, the force of that battle, it was like a hurricane, being in a hurricane. And of course, the irony of the whole thing is that this is the largest battle I'm in, but I don't see one enemy. I don't fire my rifle. All I do is get blown up by my own side. I'm concussed. I'm thrown in the air. I get up, no blood, and I go back into the field. I report to my line, whatever it was called, my perimeter. Didn't see one of them the whole night. People were scared. I mean, these guys were the NVA were inside the perimeter at times. Powerful night. Stayed with me for the rest of my life. Still is with me.
It seems double-edged for you because on the one hand, it was a war that you came to recognize as fraudulent, but at the same time, it was a foundation stone for what you became, right, in your life. And it was a launch pad.
Well, I didn't know that at the time. I was just happy to go back to the United States. It was another America I went back to. People were rebelling against the man, the authority. And that's what I saw in Vietnam, too. I didn't talk about this yet, but the first real human contact I had as a soldier was with fellow soldiers who were black for the most part. I didn't know black men. They were scared of them because I had grown up in New York. But when I saw them there, they were the most human. With them, I smoked dope, I listened to music, danced, laughed, had humor. These were very important moments to relax, to feel the connection to the human bond. Couldn't feel that with the normal routine the white soldiers were undergoing, which was drinking alcohol and sort of a dull kind of dialogue, a kind of patter that you get in the army films, the old army movies. So I found my connection there. They were anti the war, but it was unspated. They were against the man. They knew it was a fraud, this war. They knew they were fighting for a bullshit cause for white America, trying to kill yellow people. And we used to kill them. We used to go to villages, we'd burn them down, we'd loot them. Not always, but there was always occasions of this. And the My Lai massacre is the worst example, but it's not atypical. The whole thing was built on this racism, basically. And that's what the black soldiers were realizing, not the officers, the soldiers. So there was a whole cynicism about the war. And hey, I'm just getting out of here in 365 days, and that's it. That's my tour. Well, that's not the way to fight a war.
Grounded with Louis Theroux on BBC Sounds.